Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Real Talk video. I pray y'all are having a wonderful, blessed day as we thank our Heavenly Father for so much. Just so blessed to see another blessed day. My title now says, it has to get to that point. It has to get to that point. But some people never get to that point. This is another Real Talk video response back to you, Gangster 54. You say how you've been in the streets for so long, and you keep on turning the wrong way, going down the wrong path, in and out of jail, homeboys dead, so much going on. Big shout out to you, and appreciate you, coming to the page. I'm not the type of person that turn nobody away. It don't matter who you are and what you're dealing with or what color you are. But I'm looking at your email, man, and it's very, very powerful. And I see how you are crying out for help, which is at one point in all our lives, we should be able to say we've been there, brother. We all had to cry out for help. We wasn't living right all the time. Hey, man, I'll be the first to say, brother, I did so much wrong in my life, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm blessed to be here. But I want to use this title because your email hit me so hard. It's got me thinking about a lot of my family members, people that's locked up, people that's on their way to being locked up, some that's out and on their way to being locked up, and some that's dead. Man, it has to get to that point, and like I said, but some people never get to that point. What are you talking about in your life? In this life is so short already. That's why the Bible say, man born of a woman is born of a few days and full of trouble. We born, we live, and then we die. And it's just simple as that. We live in this life, but the question is, what are we doing while we living? How are we living this life? So many people are already dead and gone, been buried in the grave because their life ended very quickly, I like to say. But it has to get to that point. Some people live to tell the story, big brother, and some people die in their sins. But I'm saying this once again, it has to get to that point where you be like, I'm so sick of my life. I'm tired of this lifestyle I'm living. I done tried it my way for so long. You got to get to that point where you surrender. You confess and just tell the Most High, I want to know your way. I want to know who you are. I want to know Yahweh and not my way no more. I done tried my style. I done tried my way. This is not working for me. I'm tired. I'm fed up. Sad thing is, so many people done already committed suicide. That's why I keep saying it has to get to that point where you just pretty much broken down. But once again, a lot of people don't get to that point because they die in their sins. They don't live to tell their story. I love to hear people's story, man, because everybody that I know have a story. You got a story. I got a story. We all got a story. And when you listen at these stories, man, but then when you look at the outcome, look at who you are now, because the Bible say, any man made in Christ is a new creature. Old things pass away. See, it's got to get to that point, once again, where you break down and you surrender. You have to surrender. My ways in my life was leading me to destruction. But it got to that point for me, and I'm so blessed that the Most High left me around to tell the stories like I tell, and be able to just try to reach other people, because I don't do the saving. I'm just the messenger. I'm not the enforcer. I can't save you. I can't fight for your salvation. You can't fight for mine. That's what we have to do on our own. But some people didn't get to that point, but I did. They did. You can't pray nobody into heaven. When you look at this life that we live, big brother, and I'm looking at your screen name, Gangster. Man, you look at the outcome of most gangsters, and I'm not trying to talk down on you, but this is out of love and tough love. I don't care what your title is and how big and bad people think they are and all this stuff, man. Anybody can be broken down. But I'm looking at your title, and I'm looking at your email, and I want to say this to you. When you look at the lifestyle pretty much of every gangster, what's the outcome? The grave or penitentiary. The grave or penitentiary. Everybody I know that wanted to be that gangster, wanted to shoot up everybody, wanted to live that lifestyle, wanted the money, wanted to rob folks, wanted to do all that stuff, they either got life in prison or they dead. And the sad thing is they left children behind. I ain't trying to scare nobody. I'm just trying to give you a wake-up call. Your life will scare you. But leading down that path to destruction, if you don't come out of that, touch Holy Spirit. It's already not enough time, period. I ain't going to say not enough time because our time to get it right is while we living. Let me say it like this. Time is winding down. Let me slow down and take my time in this video. Time is winding down. We think we got so much time on this planet. And look at it. People are dying every day. All during the day. Somebody getting buried as I speak right now. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. Somebody didn't lay down last night. So many people we wish we could reach. We can talk till we blue in the face. We can pray all we want. You can try to help them all you want. Let them stay with you. Give them money. Give them a job. And they still going to turn around and give you a slap right in your face. And you know why? Because their heart will not change. And if a person's heart will not change, what make you think their actions is going to change? Their actions won't change. It has to get to that point, as my title say, you got to surrender. Man, let me tell you something. You got friends, family, especially family, co-workers, mamas and daddies, children, church folks, husbands and wives with a reprobated mind. Which means they don't want nothing to do with the Most High. They gonna claim that they know the Most High, but they ain't gonna want nothing to do with the Most High. You know people like this, and I mean this out of love. A reprobated minded person, you can't do nothing with them. And that's most of our family, y'all. They have rejected the Most High, and they think everything they doing is right because they justify their wrong being right. Ain't nothing you can do for them type of people because the Most High have turned them over to what they love to do best. They reject the Most High. They don't want to know the Most High word. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to do the Most High's will. And you breaking your back trying to help them. Well, man, that's my cousin though, bro. You just don't understand. That's my brother, man. You don't get it, JT. That's my mama. JT, that's my best friend I grew up with. I don't care who it is. If they have rejected the Most High, it can be your mama. If it's your mama, your closest relative, your best friend, your sister, your brother, I don't care who it is. If they have rejected the Most High, there ain't nothing you can do for that person because their mind has been turned over. If you think I'm lying, go to Romans chapter 1 and get around verse 28. He shows you that. Those who have rejected him are pretty much, they godless and they wicked. That means they are unapproved. They have rejected the Most High. That is rejected by implication. They worthless, literally or morally. They can't. They won't. Why? That's a corrupt mind. People of corrupt minds. Y'all, we deal with people like this on a daily basis, and some of us don't get this. We keep thinking they're going to change, and they won't. These the kind of people the Most High say, take your hand off of. I don't know why the Most High leading me to somewhere else with this video, because he got me staying on this reprobated mind for some reason. I don't know who I'm talking to, but listen. As the Father speak through me. This is no joke. This is no game. And this is not to be taken lightly, nor to be played with, man. Reprobated-minded people are very dangerous, y'all. And then keep this in mind. Everybody you see is not human. I gotta say that. These fallen angels have been here. Everybody that you see is not human. All these things you see going on, there's all this old crazy killing and kidnapping and all this stuff, these crimes that you hear of. You think that everybody is human and they not. That's why these type of people teach Holy Spirit. They profess, they really do profess that they know the Most High, but they works, they deny the Most High. They're abominations. And you always hear them say things like, yeah, man, I know God. I go to church sometime. Here go the biggest one you hear, man, God know my heart. You ever notice somebody that's got a reprobated mind? You know one thing about them? They are very selfish. Their minds are corrupt and they live a selfish lifestyle. That's why it don't matter what you do for them. They going to take it and run with it, and they ain't going to even say thank you. They going to burn you every chance you let them. That's why you take your hands off them. Because the Most High telling you I can't do nothing with them. I turned them over, and you trying to turn them back into something that, nah, you can't do it. What make you think you got more power than the Most High? If you could change that person, that means you higher than the Most High, and you're not. That's why the Most High knows the heart. You can't fool the Most High. It don't matter who you are. You cannot fool the Most High. These type of people are very selfish. Once they commit their sins, they justify it as, I'm still right. In their eyes, they really think they're all right, y'all. But the Most High is long-suffering, but the Most High also have a cutoff point. That's why for me in my life, once again, as my title say, it had to come to that point for me. I tried everything I could think of. I had my ways, man. I was in a lifestyle of sin that I was in love with my sin because my sin felt good to me. If sin didn't feel good, people probably wouldn't even do it. But I was in love at first with getting drunk, shacking up, hanging with the wrong crowd, going to the wrong places, being in spots where I know I could have got my head blown off, taking a turn for the worse. And then I started seeing everybody around me disappearing, dying, being killed, being murdered. I grew up rough. And I'm not ashamed of that. That's why when I went hard for Satan, I'm going to go even million times harder for the Most High. That's why when the Most High changes people, especially when you was way out there, them are the most effective people when they get into the ministry because they are able to reach. They're not going to be judgmental in the sense like the worldly judging. Now, we do suppose to correct each other, rebuke each other, teach, reproof out of love, as the Bible say. Righteous judge everybody. Each other, I should say. That's why I can't do nothing with Christians. A lot of them. I ain't going to say all of them, but I can't do nothing with a lot of Christians because their mind is set. They done everything right in their life. Give me the gangster. Gangster 45. Give me the prostitute. Give me the homosexual. Give me that homeless man down there that's talking to himself. Give me the ones that the church always reject. Because if they knew anything about our Savior, those are the ones he went after. And he let them come to him as they was. He wasn't jamming scriptures and beating folks over the head with the word. He let you come to him as they was. I came to the Father just as I was. And I fell to my knees and I repented. And I said, I want a new lifestyle. I can't live this way no more. I can't keep doing this my way. I thought because I had a little money in my pocket, I had it going on. You couldn't tell me nothing. Oh, but I got broke down. All the way down. I was stuck on what I really love doing, y'all. But when I started looking at my life, I'm closing now. Everybody around me stuck on drugs and dying. And how messed up it all was. It got to that point for me. And let me tell you something. I was doing all this and I was in the church. But let me say that right. I was in the church building. I wasn't nowhere in the body. I thought it was about going to the building. That building messed me up because I realized I was just like some of the same ones in the building. I thought it was just a comfortable place for sinners to go to. Because the lifestyles that I saw and the people that I knew and the ones that was over me in the church building, I thought I was fitting right in, y'all. And I ain't saying everybody like this. But I wasn't in the body. So many of my cousins right now, I wish I could just reach them. But I'm closing once again, but you ever just sit up and be like, man, if I could just reach my own cousin, especially if you speak, you in ministry. Man, if I could just reach my own mama, if I could reach my own daddy, if I could just reach my own brother. But you doing all you can, but it's on them. You wasting all your time trying to change them. It's on them. They mind gone. So you got to keep it moving. What did our Savior do? When people rejected him, he kept moving. He went to the ones that wanted to hear it. When Jesus was rejected, he went where he was accepted. I asked the Most High to get rid of all the negative people in my life. Get rid of them troublemakers. Get rid of these people that don't mean me no good. Get rid of the fake people. Get rid of the ones that's harming me harder than anything. And the Most High said, I got that for you. He said, but first thing you need to do is go look in the mirror. That's who you start with. I didn't realize I was my biggest enemy, myself. I said, hide me from my enemies, Father. And he said, the one in the mirror is your biggest enemy. I was looking at myself right here. It got to that point for me. It had to get to that point for me. Ever since that day, I've been living for the Most High and haven't looked back not once. Yeah, I lost everybody. That's cool. I wasn't really losing nothing. I'm looking at what I'm gaining, the Holy Spirit. There are benefits when you serve the Most High. Way better benefits than this world could ever thinking about giving you, y'all. So with that being said, Gangster 45, or 54, sorry about that. I think it was 54. Bruh, I hope I've said something that can get your attention, because it's my job to reach out as all I can. Now, I done gave you the little message. It's up to you to accept it or reject it. My heart go out to you, man. Much love to you and everybody that's looking. Much love to you, y'all. Let's keep each other lifted up in prayer. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful blessed day.